Hey guys, welcome back. We are now on part 4 of our Disco Enterprise refit, so let's get to work. We now have all of our metallic gunmetal in place. I decided not to go with the circles. I wanted this to be a little bit more sparse. You can see that it looks really good on our impulse stick there. You can see the bottom here. I'm mainly doing this for tonal differences. I do plan on painting over this with the body color. Now that our paint's dry and our tape has been removed, it's time to cut out our windows. I've wet sanded the edge so it's as smooth as I could possibly get it, some 800 grit sandpaper. I'm going to be using Paul's photo etch parts as there is a very nice windows template included in the set. I got all the windows cut out. As you can see, they're just the circular portholes. I tried to do vertical ones, but I didn't like how they looked, and in the end I just filled them and repainted. I also filled in our RTS thrusters. I'm only going to be having these circular ones instead of the side ones. I'm also doing this to the secondary hull. I'm taking that grid area and I'm masking that off. Just doing this in various areas on the ship. The shuttle bay and the impulse engine will also be painted in this metallic color. Turning my attention to the base for a moment, I did attach this vertical section with model glue. I'll reinforce that with epoxy later. I also added this styrene strip at the back, otherwise there was a huge gap in there, and I really didn't like how that looked. On the bottom, I've marked off where my flasher board should be attached, in the corner there. You can see it just fits right in there. Unfortunately, some of it does stick out over the lip there, so I'll have to go back in with my Dremel tool and just remove some of that plastic, and it'll fit fine. I have been working on the delta symbol a little, filled in that, and I also added some styrene on the back, because where I want to place it, you will see the back, and I didn't like the huge hole that was there. I've also done up the sides a little bit to help fill the seam that I created. And that's about where it'll be placed. I have our Delta badge painted now. No matter how many times I tried, I couldn't fully get rid of the star that's in the center, so you'll see a little bit of a shadow of it. It's on this piece of paper because the paint is drying, and I don't want to disturb it at all as the edging is done in Maltov pen, and I want to give that days to dry. It's now time to make the last major modification to our build. I want to use these 3D printed parts for the end caps of my nacelles. I've marked off approximately where I want them to be cut and left myself a little bit of leeway room just in case. And here's the end result after several hours of puttying, sanding, and filling just to get everything lined up correctly. In some cases I had to do a little bit of sculpting as well. I think they turned out pretty good. I want to get at least the first coat of base color on the ship, and for that I'll be using this all-clad candy silver. I really like this paint, and I really hope I have enough to cover the ship and do touch-ups. I have the first coat of base down on most of the ship now. I really like how it looks on the bridge. The sensor dome has some of that metallic gunmetal and the silver. When you paint that silver over the gunmetal, it gives off a very interesting sheen. I'm not sure how well it's coming across on the camera, but you can see it on the primary hull. You can see it even better on the secondary hull. There's the gunmetal, there's the aluminum. It looks really cool in person. I have yet to paint my nacelles, and unfortunately I'm almost out of this paint, so I will have to get some more. I'm also out of uniquely colored wire. I only have black. I placed an order with Evan Designs. It will be here next week, so I'm at a bit of a stopping point. So that's where I'm going to call it for this week. Next week we will be getting the lights placed. We will be getting more of this painting done. So I hope you guys will join me for that. Until then, you guys take care.